Hey guys, what's up? It's the Merc here from Poolshed Games, and this is going to be my summer series, and it's basically going to be Tales from the Poolshed. Kind of like Tales from the Crypt, only less terrifying, because, well, those weren't terrifying either, really. But it's going to focus on the stuff that we're doing over the summer, and mostly that's going to be the role-playing game that I started last week with 3 of my friends here at home. And you can tell I'm up here in the office because there's the unfinished walls and the old trusty fridge that holds many a beverage. And I want to just take a moment to talk about the office in general. I'm getting tired of coming up here and seeing unfinished walls, and I'm sure you guys probably wish that we would get the walls finished so that the quality would be a little bit better here in our videos. What that means is some point over the summer, probably the middle of the summer, I want to talk to my buddy Dom from Dragon Strike Studios and ask him if he'll give me a hand in throwing the walls up here in the pool shed. And I'm sure the Lich Lord will probably give me a hand too if I ask. That way, we can have nice finished walls rather than the unfinished walls that you're so used to and I've gotten used to over the years. And it also means we'll be able to put up posters and pictures and other things, hang shelves on the walls, all that good stuff, so that we can make this look more like a studio and less like a unfinished shack. The second thing is just looking around up here today. I've been doing a little bit, and there's just so much stuff up here. There's stuff from games that I used to play, I don't play anymore, games that we bought, tried to play, didn't like, and just stuff. Books from role-playing games that we tried and didn't like. And I've decided that I'm going to just do a big cleaning out here at some point. And I'm going to take pictures of stuff that we have that we just don't want anymore. And I'm going to throw those pictures up on Twitter. And basically what I'm going to do is maybe set up a trading thing, where if you guys see something you like, and maybe you want to trade something for it, you can let us know, and we'll work something out. Or I might do some more giveaways, which the Marines are coming. I'm going to sit down and paint some more, and the contest will start next week. And basically the contest is going to run this month, and at the end of the month, depending on how many entries we have, I'll pick a winner. So that's that. But the reason I want to do trades or a couple of giveaways is the trading thing is if there's something I have that I don't want to use anymore, and there's something you have out and you don't want to use anymore, we can kind of both get something out of our shelf space that maybe somebody else will use that we wouldn't use. And giveaways are just fun because it's kind of a way to give back to you guys, the community, for watching our videos and supporting our channel. So, what is Tales from the Poolshed? Last Thursday, my friends and I sat down and we created characters. I'm going to run the game for a D20 modern/future role-playing game. I know that D20 Modern isn't talked about a whole lot. That's because I think Wizards made it, pumped out 5 or 6 books for it, and then dropped it. I don't even know if there's an active community for it anymore. But the funny thing is, it's probably one of my favorite game systems. Mostly because it's D&D with all these elements you need to run modern, future, post-apocalyptic, Victorian set games or pulp era games. And that's what I like to run. I have a hard time running fantasy because I get bored with fantasy, so the future and modern setting is kind of my cup of tea, so to speak. So we made characters, and the game I'm going to be running is going to be a kind of a science fiction horror game with elements of dystopia in it. Right now we have 3 players. One is playing an investigator who's kind of dexterous and stealthy. One's playing a charismatic criminal, probably going to be like the con man face of the group. And another is playing a tough transporter kind of like the guy from the Transporter movies, but maybe a little more interesting. And we're going to see how that goes. We're going to start the game probably next week, because the thing with this role-playing game is it's going to be at least every other week, more than likely. Because currently, we all have really crazy schedules, because 2 of us work in the restaurant business and 2 of us work in the health-type industry, and that means we all have second or third shift-type jobs, and we just kind of get together when we can. And there might be weeks when 1 or 2 or 3 of us can get together and not all 4, and I have a plan for that too. But basically what I'm going to be trying to do is, if everyone's okay with it, and I can figure out a way to set up my Kindle to get the shot, I'm going to just record our session for the evening. And I'll cut out some of the stuff that's not important, but I'll record it and you can see us playing the game and just, watch the story as it unfolds. Which is going to put a little bit more pressure on me than usual, because I'm going to have a story that'll roll along and be enjoyable to watch for you guys, the viewers. And I'm okay with that. I actually like that idea. But if they don't want to do that, I'll just bring a recap, kind of a storyteller video, where I'll kind of tell what happened as a story, rather than just giving you a play-by-play of, this guy did this, this, and this. I'll try to make it a story, make it a little bit more interesting. So that's going to be Tales from the Pool Shed, the role-playing game, when we get the chance to do it. Now, I have a plethora of board games up here, and if we can't get together, all of us, to role-play, some of us can still get together and play board games, because, it's just a weekly game night will be nice to be able to unwind, unwrap, and kind of de-stress from the week. Just get together, hang out with some buddies, drink some beer, and play games. And that's, I think, what we're going to be doing this week, because at least one of the players won't be able to make it for the role-playing game. And the game that I think we're going to play this week is Level 7 Escape. And this game is by Privateer Press. It says a semi-cooperative survival horror board game for 1 to 4 players. And I love semi-cooperative games, because they always turn into shit shows. Basically, if you've seen Cabin in the Woods, even if you haven't, Level 7 is kind of the same idea. There is this hidden base, facility, and your characters are prisoners, and you take the role and you're trying to escape. And as you're playing through the game, there's guards, and there's these nightmarish kind of aliens that show up. And the longer the game goes, the harder it is for you to escape. On top of that, Lich Lord and I have played this once before, and we had a lot of fun. When you initiate the trigger that lets you win and finish the scenario, you only have so many turns to get to the escape point, or you don't make it. And what we found when we played the game is, you can cooperate, and it works a little bit better if you do, but at the end, when it's time to get to that elevator, sometimes somebody is way out of position, and instead of trying to help them, you can just put stuff in their way so they don't make it to the elevator to escape, or they just have no chance in making it out. So that should be fun. I'm going to take the rules down and read through them just so that I have a firm grasp on what we're going to be doing. But that's going to be Tales from the Pool Shed. Like I said, hopefully it's going to be a good series, and hopefully it's going to be a good summer with a lot of gaming and a lot of interaction. And if you guys liked the video, if you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share us with your friends, and we'll see you next time here at Pool Shed Games.